Hi, this is going to be just a fun video on some stones this time. It's not going to be a selling video. It's just going to be a bit more educational about what I do. I'm Danny Pollak. I make jewelry in Toronto, and I'm going to talk about some stones. So I use a lot of stones in my pieces. I make costume jewelry, very dramatic and wonderful. And first, there are different sizes to stones, and there are different shapes. So some of the shapes are ovals, octagons, squares, triangle, pear shape. So it's pretty well endless. And sizes, different from little to larger. Each one comes in different, and then different colors and different patterns. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick one shape and one size, because otherwise we'd be here forever. And I'm interesting, but I'm not that interesting. So, right, I'm going to pick an 18 by 13 millimeter oval. So the number one quality of these stones, if you're into talking about costume jewelry, is Swarovski. They're an Austrian company. They do machine cut crystal. Each facet is cut specifically by machines. So the light that refracts is done sharply, and I'm going to show you a couple of examples of that. The next grade down is a company called Preciosa. Most people cannot tell the difference between Swarovski and Preciosa. They're that good, plain and simple. Sometimes Swarovski has a few more facets, but mostly you cannot tell. The quality is identical. And a little bit of a tidbit information is that Swarovski actually wanted to buy Preciosa, which is a Czech company, but was stopped by the Czech government because they did not want their extremely famous large company being sold to another company that really was going to just pretty well close them up, but they didn't. So that's why Preciosa is still around. I use both Swarovski and Preciosa. Sometimes you can only get one color from one and not the other color. Sometimes each color is a trade name, or if it's the same color, let's say smoked topaz. By Swarovski and Preciosa, you get both smoked topazes. The shade will be a touch different because, of course, they're different companies. So what I'm going to do is I want to show you the quality of some of these. These are specifically Swarovski. So I'll show you a package. It depends on the size of the stone. So if it's a very large oval, you'll find 4 in a package. And if it's this size, 18 by 13, you will find, how many are in here? 48 pieces per box. So you have to buy each color 48 pieces. So that's what it comes in. All right. And this color says it is light peach. And I will show you what the light peach looks like. This is a Swarovski crystal. So it's intense. I mean, if it was on a neck and you're slowly moving, even just a little, the refraction is just insane. Imagine if you had 20 of those around your neck. It's like, oh my gosh. So that is a light peach. This is a smoked topaz. Same thing. The refraction is incredible. This one is Siam ruby, which has a darkness and a lightness to it. Wow. And this is called indicolite. Don't ask me why. It kind of looks like a blue zircon to me, and I bet you in Preciosa it's called blue zircon, but there you go. These are foiled back, mostly silver foiled, sometimes gold foiled. To be honest with you, I have no idea what the reason is for gold or silver foiled. It must have something to do with the color. Maybe you can find out for me and leave me a message. So, those are wonderful. I want to show you now one level down. So this is a cast glass piece. It is wonderful and does have a lot of refraction, but has no foil on the back, which I also love. I actually find foil-less stones look more real, not as intense, but wonderful. And this is a peridot. So you can see the refraction is not even near what the Swarovski is. But depending, if I use this as the focus point of the piece of jewelry I'm making and I surround it with little teeny Swarovskis, it'll still glow. There's a million tricks. I don't know about tricks, but fun things to do to make things happen. Show more, show less, look more wild, look more antique. So Anyhow, those are a couple of different qualities. Now I want to show you just some effects that we can use. So let's say I'm making a bug. And sometimes I want glitzy bugs. Actually, if you look on some of my past posts, there's a lot of glitzy bugs. But a lot of the times I use effect stones. As an example, this one looks like a bug body. So I believe it's a flat back, not pointed back. I believe that this is actually a black glass with stripes inside of green. I don't believe it's full green glass. I believe the underside fully is black, and there's just hints of green that give it this weird bug effect. Then we have a tiger eye effect. This is a peridot tiger eye. So every time you move, it doesn't have a refraction of pop, 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 pop. It's more sound effects. Then I have some weird vintage ones. This is a fun one. So the top of the stone, let's see if I can show that. The top of the stone is not flat, but it has a little dip in the top. So that's the front. Weird little effect. It's not an aurora borealis, even though it looks like it, it's not. And the top of the stone is like that. The bottom of the stone is a pointed back, but a shallow pointed back. Well, this is one of my favorite. This is a new stone. Some of those were antique. That last one was an antique one, and I believe so far that's the only antique one I've shown you so far. The bug one, I don't think so, actually. I think that's new. This is new also. This is a light peridot opal. So it's sometimes a little bit hard to see here, but it has this inner glow. There's floating. If you're getting old like me, you know, you get floaters in your eyes. Well, that's like that. It has floaters in the glass. So there you go. Some are, most of these stones, when they were first made, and still, they say imitation jade, or imitation stone. And they don't, people don't really care about it imitating something anymore. They just like it for its look. But when it was first made, starting in the 20s, even before, but mass-produced in the 20s, they were marketed that way as imitation. So this one is a vintage one. It is an imitation jade, and it is carved, top carved, and has holes in it too, as if it had shaped like it was hand carved. So that's kind of a neat one. This is a peridot moonstone, also a kind of a neat effect. This is carved on the top also. So the top of the stone, there it is, you can see that, has machine cut actually, lines to give it a diamond on top of the oval. So that's kind of a fun one. And last but not least, or two more. One is a real stone. Those semi-precious, I also buy semi-precious once in a while. This is an agate. And I just wanted to show you a semi-precious one only because they come in the exact same shapes and sizes as costume pieces, so you can mix and match. And so the setting companies, the companies that make the settings for these stones, can sell to jewelers who make costume and precious pieces. So that's always kind of fun. Now this one I wanted to show you because it's a damaged stone. The back, the foil is starting to come off. Have you ever noticed in a lot of antique pieces, the foil is starting to come up? There's a lot of reasons for that. Sometimes it's being worn so much that our oils come in, and our oils have acids in them and will slowly, that's why the plating falls off also, because of our acids. Sometimes you can clean the backs of your jewelry, your costume pieces after every single time you wear it. Most people don't, and that's the way it goes. But it damages the stones sometimes. Also, water damages the stones, and age. The foil starts to separate from moisture and from humidity. So I don't know if I'll be able to show this, but there are some darker spots there. You can see that way. See the holes? Well, you can't see with the lighting from here, but from the front it shows. And when you look, it's like, I can't use that. Well, I learned a trick. I've been doing this for 39 years, and I just learned 2 fantastic tricks. I have a lot of damaged stones, and sometimes I use them in the pieces and say to the client, well, it makes it look more vintage, and that's just kind of the look, and it is okay. It's not bad, but someone told me that if you take in a glass 1 part salt, 2 parts vinegar. Take those stones, throw them in that, and leave it overnight. And then after, scrub the foil, the damaged foil comes right off. And then it becomes like the second stone I showed you, see-through. So all of a sudden, it has the exact same effect, the weird bug effect or whatever they have, but it's see-through at the same time with no damage in the foil. And then the piece looks new. And my style is antique, so it can still look antique as a piece of jewelry, but an undamaged or unused antique piece, which has more value visually to some people. So I just show you those pieces. So that was just a little bit of a lesson. As an example, this is one of the bags. This is my bag of dark green stones. This is my bag of light green stones. And then there's bags and bags of all the other colors and all the different sizes. And there you go. Thank God I have Kevin to help me with my picks of colors. So to end this now 11-minute video, oh my God, I'm going to have a deal of the day using these same stones. Now this is for only girls who have longer hair or nieces and nephews as gifts. If you're going to give my pieces as gifts, usually with younger girls, especially teenagers, I would only give them a small bracelet or a hair clip. So I'm going to pull the hair back. My brooches, some are into it, but most don't bother. So this hair clip uses those stones I just showed you. And I have 8 of them as the deal of the day. So this style is now being sold for $100. It was a $160. So it is surrounded by actually Swarovski around. I don't even want to look at it, but you got to do what you got to do nowadays. So anyhow, so this is the first one if you're interested. And it is a, oh my gosh, I don't even know. It's the weirdest stone. It's not one I showed you, but it looks like a oil slick, a green oil slick stone. The next one is a gray tiger eye. The next one I did show you is the diamond carved vintage glass piece. Then I have a topaz tiger eye. I have a gray and jet tiger eye. If you put this in black hair, dark hair, it will be very subtle. That's okay, it will not glow. You put it in blonde hair, oh my God, it'll show like crazy, or red hair. So it depends if you want it subtle, you want it showy, okay? This is a weird one. I have no idea if I did it, if Kevin did it colors, I have no idea. It's just weird. I think actually we did it because I call this this stone, the bloody egg stone, because it looks like the yolk. Sometimes when you crack an egg, there's some little blood in it. It's like, oh, out you go. I hate that. Can't deal with that. Well, that stone actually has that effect, each stone. So we used the different outside stones to match it. I'm not sure it worked as well. I think I will do this one as the double deal of the day at 90. Okay. This one is a peridot tiger eye. And last one, I have no, carnelian. Let's say carnelian. Carnelian tiger eye. So, thank you for your enjoying of my video and my pieces. I did this at, oh my gosh, 10:30 at night because I have so much to do. And it's like, then I've got to do a video. And oh my God, I did. It's my third one. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day. Everyone stay safe and as happy as you can. Hear from you soon. Oh, and direct message me if you're interested in any of those pieces. Bye-bye.